What's up? Welcome back, guys. So we are doing another live video thing as far as like engagement sessions go. So this is Clair and Jon. This is actually from a couple years ago, and I actually unarchived this footage just so I could show it. So yeah, we got some old archive footage here, but have never showed any of my engagement sessions, so I kind of wanted to share that with you a little bit and show you exactly what that looks like. Not much has changed. Engagement session usually an hour along with couples. So this one in particular, we spent a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot of time walking. We probably spent about 15 minutes of the hour-long engagement session walking just from location to location. I try to get as much done as I can in each location. But obviously doing all kinds of like backlit stuff with them now and just kind of having fun. That one's a little bright. I don't know. I think the actual like video edit came out and brightened that one up. So I don't typically shoot that bright, or edit that bright. This is a little field as far as like we call them cattails in Missouri. I don't know if that's what you call them everywhere else, but they're whatever they're called. But yeah, I was walking out there to make sure that they didn't sink. I would rather me sink obviously than they sink first. So that's kind of what we were doing there. At first, positioned her completely wrong. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. So I realized it and was like, switch it. It's like completely turn and face that way. There you go. Is that better? Like you're not looking right into the sun? That's kind of like, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Obviously, when you're out there, like shooting, I would rather say, hey, I made a mistake, than to shoot them and not have the image to deliver because, I didn't admit to my mistakes. We're humans. I know we're supposed to kind of know our job, but even in any other field. Now, I will say on a wedding day, that's a little bit different. But I think there's something to be said about like stressors and the stress of a wedding day and how that makes you think a little bit quicker and react a little bit quicker. A little bit more of a, just knowing exactly what you need to do, where you need to be, scouting and all that. A lot more stuff is done inside on a wedding day. This is mostly engagement sessions are mostly done outside. There's a lot of different things as far as like what goes into, an engagement shoot compared to a wedding day, but there are way less mistakes that for me personally, I can speak to that I tend to mistakenly do. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a difference, I guess, there. Engagement sessions are more, relaxed, a little bit less worries for me and the couple. They just kind of get to know me. That's what they're mainly for. Now, John, she told me, I'm going to tattle on her a little bit. Claire told me that you're willing to climb anything I want you to climb. Is that so we're going to see if we can get you up on the top of that dinosaur up there. So yeah, as you can clearly tell just from the little clips of the video, which I apologize by all the noise, that's the rattle from the GoPro setting or Insta360 setting on my actual like mount. But yeah, I like to have fun with my couples during their engagement shoot. I would love to say that weddings aren't taken as serious, but people spend a lot more money on weddings obviously than they do on an engagement shoot. So they want everything to end up perfect. So you're having fun on the engagement shoot. You do have fun on wedding days, but you get to have just fun with just the couple on an engagement shoot rather than a wedding day. So yeah, you're just out here with them. No stressors of things moving parts or anything like that. It's just fun for them and fun for you. You get to know them, they get to know you. You guys kind of work together. You just see how you're going to flow with them, on an engagement shoot, unlike a wedding day. That's one of the reasons why I think that regardless of what collection you offer for weddings, you should definitely try to offer an engagement shoot for free. I guess they would call it free, but you kind of build it into your collection. yeah, just try to offer it to them for free. And now I have had plenty of times where people don't want to do engagement shoots. One, they don't want to be in front of a camera any more than they have to be, and two, you know, they just like to, just have the wedding covered for whatever reason, not have an engagement session. I personally like doing engagement sessions, but I'll give them the option one way or the other. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but in between some of the clips there, you're seeing a third camera. Typically, I carry two. The third one is actually a film camera. I still do shoot film. That's medium format. That is 120 millimeter film. If you want to look further into it, the specific camera I'm using is a Veronica ETRSI, which is a 645 sized format camera. Again, look into the medium format so you get a better understanding. But yeah, it's a awesome little film camera.
Perfect. That's awesome. All right, there. Go ahead and come put your forehead against him just like you did one. That excellent. You guys are awesome. I don't have to do anything. This is great. I love it.
I feel like I'm at one of those working interviews, gotta do this all perfect.
So yeah, as far as the film camera goes, I don't have that one anymore. I did like that camera a lot, but with film cameras, obviously you trade in, try a bunch of new cameras and stuff, and they're pretty inexpensive depending on, of course, the camera model that you're looking at. I started shooting more 35 millimeter at, weddings and stuff like that, but I still do shoot 120. I switched this camera out for a Pentax 645N, which is the autofocus version of the Pentax model. Obviously, autofocus is very helpful whenever you have, wedding days and things are moving quickly. But it's still not as reliable, obviously, as my Sony's because it's, pretty old at this point. But you can tell, just if you scroll back in the video a little bit further, you can tell the highlight fall off of, just film is just...
It's like, what are you doing right now, man? A nap would be nice. Excellent. I love
I gotta tell you guys
line.
though, one of my favorite things to do is to, once I get the shot that I want and I think looks good, it's really hard to do with flash because I use a lot of off-camera flash too. But what I really like to do is just turn the camera around and just kind of show them, look at the lighting, look at how you guys look amazing. You guys did such an awesome job. Just share that moment with them, and it's straight out of camera. I mean, I have to do a little bit of work to this, but not much, and this is kind of what you guys look like to me. This is awesome. So yeah, we ventured up to the dinosaurs, and took it from there, and this is kind of what went on with that whole dinosaur scenario. I tried to backlight them. Obviously, the sun is back there too. So getting the flash to really overpower that sun, it's an 8200. You get a little bit of rim light from her there, which I think turned out really good. Plus, it was just a fun little spot to shoot that they really wanted to shoot at. So yeah, we kind of had some fun with the dinos up there by the St. Louis Science Center. So everybody is normally up here. I'm very thankful that we actually even got a position up here without a bunch of people in it, because while we can remove a lot of people in Photoshop, I would much rather not move people. So if you guys are unaware of what this is, that is the mag sphere, mag grid, and I believe I had a CTO on there. I don't remember which one. Probably a 1/4 CTO or half. I usually don't go full CTO. I don't know why. I just never really used that. I haven't had the reason to just yet, but I have it if I need it. So I move the light back, give more spread of light, and yeah, took the grid off. That way it can spread more. Obviously, just use the actual sphere in the CTO to give it that orange color. CTO does, and the sphere obviously to soften the light a little bit. I know it's behind him, and I don't really need to soften the light because it's behind him, but I didn't want it to spread out too far, so I'm kind of using the modifier to cut down on the light a little bit, but not be as spotlight as what the grid was giving me. And this is what we ended up with. Turned out pretty good. So basically, I used the flash as a backlight to kind of make it look like the sun was rim lighting her, where they're kind of in a shaded spot from the trees behind them. That wouldn't have actually happened, but I think it turned out good. I like the way it turned out. A couple like the way it turned out, which, you know, I am happy with my work, but the couple is really all that matters. So they were happy, I'm happy. So moving on, we are going to climb up on this dinosaur, even though we found out later on that there is a sign that says not to do that. Probably so you, it's probably for kids, so kids don't get hurt. I was checking to make sure there was no dust or dirtiness on there because she's wearing the black and I didn't want her to look all dirty. But yeah, it's probably so you don't get hurt. But they were all about climbing up on there once I asked them to, and I jokingly asked him earlier on that Claire said that he would climb up on anything I asked him to. I was poking fun about climbing up on the T-Rex. Obviously, I wouldn't have him do that. That'd have been crazy because look how freaking high that is. But yeah, just some fun photos in between. This spot specifically, now they asked, or she asked, Claire did, if we could shoot at this spot. There's some architecture, because she's into architecture, that did this specific park, which I knew nothing about it, guys. I live in St. Louis. I have for like my entire life, and I knew nothing about this spot, this little park, and she did because the architecture like set this up with the, you know, circles and like this, you know, pillars and stuff being the way they are. And I gotta tell you, it turned out awesome. I love the way it all was. It wasn't, you know, there was still obviously a lot of sun. I forget what time it was exactly, but yeah, lighting them through the circles and stuff like that. I mean, it was neat. I liked it a lot. So it was a really good idea on her part, and that was like just spur of the moment because we honestly didn't know if we were gonna have enough time. I actually don't think we did have enough time. Typically, I offer like an hour engagement session. I think I shot for them like an hour and a half. I get going, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to stop. I want to keep shooting. I guess that can be a good thing and also a bad thing. I personally, as long as I don't have anything else going on that night, obviously, I don't think it's a bad thing. It never interrupts, you know, family time. I try to make sure that everything like aligns in a way that it's not going to disrupt anything that's going on in my personal life. So, yeah, we got the shot. She was kind of looking for. So I was like, all right, this is the one specifically I was looking for. Did you have any other ideas after that one? They loved it. So then we carried on to kind of some other ideas on kind of what we were looking for. But she was, I mean, you could see her face. She was super excited about it. So that makes me happy. That's exciting. And yeah, she was telling me like what the little round things were, and like who did it. I can't remember for the life of me who it was at this time, but yeah, it was. We kind of got the shots we needed to get.
Actually,
in this
I'll probably
area,
have you guys stand right between those two poles.
What else we can do?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I love to do flash shots, but really setting up for them can be a pain sometimes, especially when it's so bright out. When it's dark out, it's super simple, but setting up for that shot took me a minute. But we got multiple shots out of it, and I just adjusted the lights and everything. Now here's one of these shots that were probably one of my favorite ones from the actual session. Just shooting all the way through there. I mean, I think that's awesome. I love the way that looked, the way it turned out and everything. I believe I'm using the 85 1.8. Can't tell you what my settings are. It's been a minute since the shoot, so yeah, it'd be nice to be able to, like, I mean, I guess I could go back in and look at it from a Lightroom and everything, but yeah, the settings are probably like, if I had to guess, it would have been a high shutter speed and probably like a 3.5 to 5.6 as far as the f-stop goes. ISO 100-ish because it's so bright out, so that would be my guess as to where it's at. But yeah, just the compression from the 85 and shooting through there, that was super awesome. Then I had him do like a twirling shot. I got the kind of the twirl through there and popped a bunch of flash on him during that whole part of the shoot too. So yeah, it's just having fun. And I don't tell them to normally do that, that piggyback ride thing. But this is just naturally them. I just try to make them, you know, help them to be themselves and to treat the session as if, you know, it's just a fun photo shoot with a friend, being me, like not judging them on what they're doing. Just let's have fun with it. Let's be comfortable. Let's, you know, It usually
Walk
takes,
through the.
if I had to guess, it usually takes around like 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, I can tell that normally they're
Ah,
good with me. They're like, okay, well, I'm not scary. I'm not gonna bite or you know, as you tell little kids, like it's not gonna bite you. You know, I
just the just the
try
big
at that
cranes.
point to be like, you know, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun. This is gonna
Right?
be a
Wow, it's
relaxed
like
shoot,
picking up
and
all the
we're gonna,
skyline. Looks great.
you know, be the way that you know, typically are and how you want to act and, you know, your personality. I
That was
want that to
awesome.
shine through and I want that to be in your images. Are we going to do some pose stuff? Sure. Are we going to do some candid stuff? Sure. We're going to do
Woo-hoo.
everything in between and just make this something memorable for you guys and just kind
Ooh,
of
look at that one.
have fun and just kind of like show you, you know, what all that process looks like in between.
Love it. All right. Now, John, I'm going to get you to stand in that circle. Claire, you stand in that one right there.
So the idea behind this was very simple. It was actually the Vitruvian Man. I may have butchered that, but I think it's from Da Vinci again. May have butchered that. I don't remember exactly who it's from, but I thought I was like, how can I get him up in those circles and like make him like do the whole legs split, not center, and then arms kind of split out. But yeah, there was like we got him up in there and actually did a few shots of it and everything, and I think it had turned out pretty well. It was actually a neat, just like, just the way the composition is. Just ended up shooting low, which you'll see in the next image.
All right. See if I can get you to sit in this one, John, with your back facing that way. Well, with your back on that side.
Oh, like this kind of thing?
Yep. Yeah, kick that, bend that knee a little bit more, put it out in the center, yes. I want you to do the same thing, Claire, but with your back facing or on this side. Right foot down on toward the ground if you can reach it. Perfect, just like that. Excellent.
Yeah, and I think that one just worked out perfectly. The way they're just like laying in there, and the way it just worked out so nicely.
All right.
And again, had she not said something about this location, I would have never known about it. So, you know,
Awesome. Love that.
don't always go for what you know. Listen to your clients and find a new place. I like asking them, like,
Somewhere else you wanted to go?
you know, we're going to go to this place and this place, but would you like to go somewhere I have never heard of?
Any ideas, John? Do you want to climb one of the cranes? For sure. I want to drive one of those things.
Since we brought it up, I kind of want to see if
Again, just, you know, have fun. See what your couples want to do. Be goofy, be silly,
stand
be
behind her in front of
open
you
to
so
the
you don't
ideas
fall.
of, you know, doing
If that's
things
any
that you
help.
may not do with every couple. I mean, I wouldn't ask every couple to do what John's about to do, but this was his idea. He thought it would be funny, and we just kind of like set Claire in there underneath him, and it would just, you know, it turned out to be a really good shot that wouldn't be something I would ever ask anyone to do, but it was super fun and we just had fun with it. So yeah, that's, keep an open mind. Go into it with an open mind. Just have
You couldn't pose
a
anymore
good
than
time,
that.
and, you know, be there for your couple. You know, let them know that you're not just a photographer behind the camera, but you're also, you know, a person too, and you want these to turn out well for them, and you want them to have a good time, and just to remember this time.
All right.
Have fun.
All right, go ahead and sit back down in there like you were, like we had you a while ago, John.
Hang on, let me.
Yeah, get your breath. Yeah.
Blood.
All right, you want me here?
Which
Yeah.
I have none of, and now you have all of.
All right, Claire, we'll have you kind of set right in there. His legs facing the same way. Yeah, facing that. Yep. Excellent. There you go. Yeah, lay your head lay your head a little bit more to the side like you just were. Perfect. Excellent. Get my own shadow out of my shot. Actually closed. Let's do them closed. One more with this one. Oh, jeez. Nope, back up. All right, let me trade spots so you guys aren't looking at the sun. So Claire, switch kind of the way your head's going there. Perfect. Perfect. I love the handstand one. That's hilarious. I love it. Like, I caught one with like Claire like running her arm down yours, and she's just laughing. It's great.
Debating trying to do a back thing. I'm not sure if I can pull that off. Oh, it's where you hang upside down and you put your feet on every angle and just from the top.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys. It's the end of the session itself. So I did take Claire off to the corner over here. She needs some headshots because Claire and Jon actually moved to Germany, if I'm not mistaken. So we got her a few shots for her new job that she's taking over there. I wish them the best, and it was an amazing session. Hey guys, I wanted to thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to watch the next video whenever it comes out. Hopefully it'll be over the film cameras. I'm still editing that one. So if you have any questions about engagement shoots or anything like that, or wedding photography in general, feel free to drop something in the comments below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and see how you think the wedding or the engagement shoot went. What your thoughts are and how you handle your engagement shoots and everything. So yeah, feel free to leave that in the comments below. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.